All right, everybody. Good evening. Here's a new app. Here's a new toy. This app is similar from Kochusai. It's gonna be super helpful, so you can hear my beautiful voice while you watch some video of you rowing. So we're gonna try it. Um, Bad news is that I have to do it on a horizontal way. Sorry, vertical. I don't know why I cannot do it horizontally. So we're gonna play with it. Also, I cannot play it at normal speed. It's just frame by frame, but still pretty good. So we have this video here. Let me go back a little bit. I want to do a little bit of the side stuff right here. I want to remember the lineup. So we're gonna start with our port side here. Um, Sorry if I'm a little rusty on who is where. Let me bring this back a little bit. Look at you guys. You guys back so fast. We're gonna start here. Let's see. This next one here at the finish. Alrighty, so first thing that we see here is a little bit of washout. I know that there was some set issues. This is heading back in. Um, I don't know if you can see here. One of the first thing I see is how deep Zach and Tom, you guys are going with the oar. I don't know. You can see here, way too deep. Okay, look at Arthur's plate. Arthur's plate is a little bit better here. It just covers a little bit. Oops. God damn it. You'll have to be patient, okay, guys? I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. Um, it will get better. I hope. All right, so where were we? Mm, right here. So yes, Zach, really deep into the water. I don't know if you can see here that it looks like you're finishing a little bit like you're doing the rainbow. So the rainbow is basically like at the catch rather than placing horizontally and thinking about a little placement up. We think about the hands going up and keep going up, and then oh shit, I have to bring them down, and then down, doing the feather. That's a rainbow, right? Because it has that arch, that arc shape. So we want to make sure that we keep it a little bit more horizontal. Okay, Zach. Then the other one going a little bit too deep is Tom and Matt probably a little bit. It's not too bad, but something to keep an eye on. Um, Make sure that you don't do the rainbow again that we were talking about. Okay, so making sure that we put the blade into the water and then horizontally, and then finishing high, tapping down. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, but Tom, see right here, it looks kind of like you're feathering a little bit with the outside hand. I know that you're not, but it's kind of like it kind of looks like it. So remember, you don't have to let the oar go completely on the outside hand, but think about that because it's a little too much wrist, a little even like feathering from the shoulder, feathering from the elbow. I don't know if you can see that it goes elbow goes horizontal. Here would be wonderful, but then you kind of bring the elbow down and kind of like just like boom, like it looks like you're feathering a little bit too much aggressively. And let's take a look at here. Yeah, and see here I'm pretty happy to see that you all kind of like feathering out. But look at here comparison with Arthur on 7th seat that you guys are a little bit out early compared with him. That would be Zach, Tom, and Matt. Um, and I even see a little bit of washout from Arthur here. Um, so I would say like try to keep that finish a little bit longer ports. Let's take a look at Matt here. Let's see, I'm gonna back it up a little bit from the finish. And then Matt again, it looks a little bit of fire into the water, not too bad. Finish looks pretty good. Um, I cannot see from this angle if you're feathering with that upper handle. It looks like you're bringing that elbow back a little bit at the finish. So remember, kind of like a little bit more out. Um, don't bring the elbow towards the ribcage. Then my ports, let's see a little bit over here. Arthur, um, Pretty good placement here. Blade is pretty close to the water, but way too much water, way too much backsplash. Backsplash. Back backsplash looks cool, but um, a lot of white water is not a good sign because you are like pretty good here, and here is where the blade should start going in, but instead kind of like backs it too much. I don't know. There's way too much backsplash. Let's take another look at the other one. Probably this was like an exception. Mm, Yeah, that was a little bit better. Think about it, Arthur. A lot of white water is not good. We still want to pack that blade in, but not that like not a lot of white water, a lot of backsplash, a lot of like front splash is not good. Kind of want to be a little bit more clean. And then Arthur, we can see a little bit that here, pretty good. I would say place that blade in a little bit more before starting the like engagement, and then we can see that your as the blade goes down, we're starting to push. So like this motion here. So be a little bit more patient, but that's everybody does that. Um, During the drive, a little bit of tension on the shoulders after. I think that we could be a little bit more relaxed, but pretty good hang. And then this one, there's the washout was not that bad. And again, as usual, I know it's a bad habit, but I think that a little bit of a smoother finish might be good since we're going to be doing a lot of fours and a lot of pairs coming up. Um, so remember that smooth finish, and yeah, organization looks pretty good there. Let's see the rest of the ports. I would say ports here in general. Arthur does a pretty solid work. Put the hands away, body over. Make sure that you extend the arms all the way out. Tom, I can see your knees from here, like going a little bit up. Um, I cannot see it exactly really well, but make sure that you keep hold those knees a little bit longer. We see a lot of straight bodies in general. All eight of us, like really like straight up. Like Arthur is probably one of the best examples here, but I still, if I would be super picky, I'd still would like my body over. Matt, from this angle, looks a little bit straight up, but see here how David, Tom, Zach, you guys, your knees are ready to go up. Your knees, like, look, David, your knees are already like almost halfway through. And look at AJ, Arthur, Rob, the knees are down. So give it more time there, more pivoting, organizing the hands out first, David, and then the body follows. And as we go to the catch, seem to you run really straight up here. As we go to the catch, here is another good indicator. We're going to take a look at the set once we have the video from the front. Right now, we're just looking at the finishes. Again, today, this is kind of a test, so I'm still, it's been a while since I last did one of these videos, so um, give me a couple of chances, okay? Oops. This one, there you go. I'm going to go to the finish here. And then we have our starboards. We have Roberto, AJ, David, Ron. All right, let's see what we got. We're gonna start with Rob here. And that's starboard. I would say a little bit more, see here, a little bit of overcompression right here. Um, I would say also like, I don't know, I know that you're more proficient on port side, but here I could see a little bit of the shoulder going up. We can take a look at it later as well from the front view. But good thing is like the arms, the outside arm doesn't break a lot. There's more hanging, so that's good. Here it looks pretty good, and then it looks a little bit deep here. On that stroke, let me see if that was an exception again, since I know that the set was a little bit rocky. Yeah, a little bit deep, Rob. Um, a little bit too deep, so probably like we should keep an eye on that. What the heck, babe? Should keep an eye on that since like look how deep we're going. Um, no, I don't know why you're not on the video, but give me just a second. There you go. There you go. Good job. So yes, I would say, oh, you got caught there with the shirt. So I would say, yes, a little bit too deep, but better, and a little bit of over compression. But yes, we see the deep here. We see the depth here a little bit too much. Okay. AJ, let's go to the finish. AJ finishing kind of low. Like we should bring like see where Zach and Arthur are finishing. Rob, I see it here a little bit too low. This is way too low. We should bring our handles all the way up to our chest, or at least pretty close. I don't know. You can see Matt here is pretty good. But way too close to the lap. It's on the belly button. The other thing that I see is um, feathering into the water. So again, that delayed feather, we're gonna do it tomorrow. Getting the blade out completely before feathering. It looks here like as you take the stroke, as you finish the stroke, you're feathering into the water, which is causing a sloppy finish. Then since we finish a little low, then we finish, we tap down almost in our knees. I see you here trying to get the body over more from the hips, good. Let's take a look at the blade. Pretty good with the square up. I'm happy with that. But then see there's a drop here with the hands. The blade is high, hands are low. So make sure that you don't drop the hands to the catch, okay? I'm really happy to see that you're scoring up pretty early. Good job. But we have to keep that the level up. See, even if you touch a little bit of the water, we have to find that middle point. It can be a little higher here because we touch it, but then it shouldn't be dropping at the catch because then it happens the rainbow. The rainbow that goes a little bit up, kind of deep, washing out, then into the water, and then low. So we want to think a little bit more horizontal. Oops. See here, finish. But yeah, think a little bit more about these things. And again, um, we have a lot of folks bringing again the knees a little bit far away from each other and letting those arms fall. Um, think about the more high position like Arthur here. Tom, pretty better, so much better with the knees, Tom, but I feel like more body angle is needed here. So we'll keep pay attention to that, okay? Let me bring it back a little bit for David, right here. David, good job looking up. Chest is looking a little bit better than usual. Um, Here I would say just a teeny tiny bit more layback would be good. Let's take a look at the exit. A little bit of washout. I think that we should finish a little bit higher. You're, I think, one of the first ones to get out. So make sure to finish higher. And then it looks we're kind of feathering with both hands, David. Let's take a look at it. Let's go back a stroke or two. Yeah, see, there's a lot of washing out. And it looks to me that like you're feathering a lot with the outside hand, David. So I know that you wrote both sides, and that's something wonderful. It really helps, and it's something that not a lot of folks know how to do row both sides. But really important to think about the inboard hand is the one that does the feathering. The outboard hand is the one that does the tap down, right? And again, bring that outside hand a little bit higher to the chest because we're washing out. as I said. Hands away. The hands should be all the way out a little bit. Thumb here. Sorry, I just saw thumb, knees, thumb. Hold those knees down. Um, a little bit more body over from the hips would help, David. As we go to the catch, we kind of hesitate a little bit with that roll up, kind of rolling in a little bit. Kind of last minute, we would like to see a little bit um, more roll up. And then here, David, I always realize that it happens. Like the inboard hand is always a little bended. I think that it would be good to kind of straighten both arms all the way out and think a little bit more about the rotation because it looks right now it's more like a falling. Like we were talking with AG, it looks like the hands kind of fall a little bit and our posture is not strong. Think about kind of rotating to the side more with both arms. So with the whole waist turning look to the side rather than with just the outside, okay? Um, and then here you can see again the entry looks all right. Again, a little bit of early roll up would help you out a lot. And David, look, well, everybody in this bow four, sorry. Look, bow five, yeah. Look at this. The whole body's going like, what? Remember, Tim, and even AG, I think that AG sometimes like does it a lot too. Like a lot of relying on the body, lot of body opening. See how when we open the body too much, like the legs are Zach and Ron here, and a little bit of AJ. The legs are almost down here, so this stroke looks short. Um, think about connecting a little bit more and also like prioritizing the legs a little bit because what happens sometimes is like if we just rely too much on our upper body, that shortens our stroke, and then the legs are kind of like useless. See here, AJ, your legs are almost down. Zach, your legs are almost down. Ron, your legs are almost down. Matt, your legs are down. We would like to see a little bit more bend. Um, and then you have the example. So here's two cases, right? There's the one that the legs go down too quick and it keeps it short. And then we have David and Tom that kind of open the body too much and earlier, right? And then the knees are kind of like just kind of waiting last minute. So something as basic as thinking at the catch. We place the blade and then the legs are the first thing that go. Keep that body forward. And then we save the body for the end and the legs. So again, I know that it's like a little confusing and it's like, oh, you're contradicting yourself. No, I'm not. It's things that can happen, right? We can shorten our stroke by not powering the boat through the legs and by opening the body too early. So each one of you is like, we all have kind of like the same mistakes, but then it's different. And then Tom here, I want you to take a look. This is actually a really good example, Tom. Here you kind of finish and you're good. And then instead of like you feather it with in your hand, but you tap down with the palm of your hand. I would like you to think more about, let's see how Zach does it, about more like with the forearm, not with the elbow, not with the wrist, not with the palm of your hand, but more like a little bit of a touch down. Let's talk about it tomorrow. And then we have Ron here. Let's back it up a little bit. Finish. So again, I see a little bit of feathering into the water. Um, so here, see, like the blade is like a little, it doesn't get out the cleanest. Hands away, good. Body, I can see a little bit of hips. I would like to see more though, Ron. I know you've been working a lot. This angle looks pretty good from here. So I'll take it. The knees could stay lower a little bit more. And remember that the progression of the here with tap down, we feather. Are you feathering with both hands now that I'm looking at it? No, no, you're not. Sorry about that. Then you go to the catch. Oh, shit. Where were we? Let's try again. Technology, right? So here we got the finish. Oh, this one was better, everyone. I'll take it. Um, and hands away. But then here, the knees, I can see like they're starting to go up a little bit here, and there's no body. This bow forward, we're struggling a little bit with the body over. Um, and then as we go to the catch, again, run the knees, the knees, the knees, the knees are opening a little bit too much. Same to you, Matt. Those hands kind of like going a little bit. It's okay if they go a little bit in between, but they shouldn't be like in between and then the hands down. That's going to make our catches a little bit sloppy. And again, a little bit more rotation from the waist. It looks pretty good actually. Roll up, kind of last minute, kind of blades touching into the water. Then a lot of body over, a lot of body over, open. And a little bit short on that stroke run. I think that we need to work a little bit on more like suspension, a little bit more effectiveness through the legs. I think that a lot of upper body here. Ah, god damn it. Let's see. Let's try again. What is wrong? I lost it. There you go. So again, a lot of. Let's reset here. Oh, god damn it. You guys, by the end of the season, you have to do like how do you call it, bloopers or like bloopers? Yes, with all my stupid like mistakes. I'm gonna get better at it, I suppose. So also, Ron, one thing that I'm seeing here is that look how like you're starting to engage the drive, and the blade is not even in the water. There's opening. There's the legs moving. See, and this is at a strong catch position. So we have to keep working on that. And also take a look at this. Both, I think, both. Let me see, David. Yeah, about three, about four. Little bit of like, let me see, little bit of like hesitation of the catch. So look at David. They're standing for a long time, and Ron there kind of waiting for a long time, and even Tom and Matt a little bit. Remember, guys, as soon as we get to that position, the blade needs to be into the water. If you get there early, you're rushing. That means that you have to slow down the slide a little bit in the recovery. Because in here, this position, the only one that has the blade into the water is Ron. Matt a little bit, but barely. By here, oh no, that's sorry, Ron. Here, the blade should be all the way in. Even Ron, the blade should be all the way into the water. Let's take a look at the video from the front, right here. Here's you guys what I'm gonna see. Let me see if I can get a good stroke. Right here. Here, we shouldn't see any blades. The blades should be in right now. Right here, this hesitation, this is gonna slow us down a lot. So starboards, pretty good job in squaring up. Ports, I think we can do better. We're not squared up, and when the blade should be. Again, I'm not asking you for super half slide, half feather. Well, I'm asking you for that, but I'm not asking you for a full square on the half feather. That's on the half slide. Sorry, that's what I meant. So make sure you square up with enough time, and then you go in direct. That hesitation there, that's a death sentence, y'all. That's gonna slow us down a lot. That's gonna make the boat sloppy. That's gonna make the boat super ineffective. So as soon as we get there, the blade should be into the water. Here, this position here, like we have like a lot of hanging out. We need to be sharper. Let's go back to the finish here. And the release of the blade, the boat falling to starboard. Again, if we have to be super picky, looks here. Arthur, this one looks actually really good. It looks like you're not washing out here, so good job. a lot of feathering into the water. I don't know if you all can see it. Let's start with port side here. We can see not a little bit of feathering into the water. And I would say like you're a little earlier. Um, I think it's Matt, Tom, and Zach. Arthur's still driving, and you guys are getting out. So make sure that you're finished with him. Make sure that you get the blade out with your stroke, okay? And my starboards. Starboards kind of sitting, AJ feathering into the water. David washing out a little bit. I think that we talked about it, like your blade here it doesn't look too bad, but there's some blades there that it looks like you were washing out a lot. Um, right here, for example, like it looks like, no, this one actually looks pretty good. Now you're gonna make me look bad, David. Yeah, so you and AJ getting in a little bit out earlier. So if I have to be super picky, um, yeah, see here. There you go, and one pretty good, staying with Rob. And again, getting the blade out first and then feathering, okay? Let's go back to the general. This, the entry again, sharper. We're like starting the drive and most of the blades are into the water. I can see here like the bodies of the catch a little bit. Like I can see Arthur leaning a lot towards port, and it's okay to like kind of rotate, but we don't want a lot of. Oh, it's the angle here that's tricking me. Let's see if I can go back. I don't know if you can see that it's not like. So I can see like Arthur, you'll go like, wiggle a little bit. I think we talked about it. We saw it a lot on the singles when we were doing COVID. I can see like your body goes, okay, it's good here, and kind of goes to the starboard side, and then it goes back to port. Think about more horizontal, more on the center. Same to you, AJ. Let's go back here. You'll have the tendency to lean a lot towards starboard, and like this, we don't want too much here. I can see your whole head, and then we want to kind of have the heads split with each other, but not too much. I think that this is a little too much lean. Um, so yeah, see here, AJ, your body should be in the center, and it's leaning towards your left side. And at the finish, I can see your head a little bit off. So really important to think about that. And then let's see about these hands away and the top down. See how it looks right here. One thing that I forgot to check the depth. Yes. Who's that? Zach. Zach and Thomas were set a little bit too deep on starboard. AJ, David, and a little bit of Ron too deep. See how that one was super off? Like this. And then for the top down, this is what I see from the launch, right? So we have a lot of people tapping down too much and people barely not tapping down. We need to be a little bit more consistent with that. We all need to be at the same page. Remember the tap down. Start small and go from there. And then again, kind of super weird roll-ups all at the same time. Our objective is try to roll up all at the same time. It's a beautiful thing to see. And that's why we have to do this. That's why it's important to do these video sessions, so you all understand how damaging this right here is to the bone. Okay? I'm sure that I missed some stuff, but again, today it's the first day back in doing all this recording. So we'll keep getting footage and we'll keep practicing. All right.